Hello, this is Our Coffee. In today's video, I will show you one of the most common problems with Delonghi Dedica machines, which is leaking group head. You might have noticed that the group head sometimes starts to drip a few drops, or some of the steam starts to come out through the filter of the group head. You might notice that whenever you finish brewing your espresso, the coffee still drips extended amount of time. Also, whenever you would switch to steaming after the espresso extraction, coffee basket would start to drip coffee once again. These are one of the signs that the spring in the group head either has some lime scale on it, or that there is something obstructing the spring and creating a leak. So today we will be trying to fix this issue. This is the second time I'm doing this fix, and the very first time when I was doing my research on the internet, I found that on the older versions of this Delonghi, the spring that we are going to try to fix is located at the bottom of a group head. So we start by checking whether your Delonghi has an access through underneath. So first, let's remove our portafilter and make sure that our coffee machine is disconnected and turned off. Now, let's grab a Phillips screwdriver. Let's unscrew underneath the group head and remove the filter. As you can see, there is nothing else underneath. If it would be another version of Delonghi, you might have a screw here, which you would need to unscrew, and that will expose the spring with a bulb. This would make this process way faster for you. All you would need to remove the spring, clean it, and put it back in. In our case, we'll have to find another way to get to this. So first, let's remove our water tank. There you'll find two screws that need to be removed. This is what's holding our top lid of the machine. Now, here comes probably the most hardest part, the lid. The very first time might be quite difficult. Push from the side where you have buttons on and lift up from the back. Once you have your lid removed, you don't need to disattach any cables. Just put it on the side so it's not in your way. Now, at the bottom you can see these two screws. This is the part that supplies water to the group head. We will need to unscrew both of them. This will give us access to the spring which controls the water flow. As I was removing this supply feed, I realized that the switch above is kind of in the way, so you might want to remove this as well. It's only two screws that is holding it, as well as the switch for the steam. Just pull it off. Now that it's removed, you have a clear access. As you can see, this little spring underneath, it actually was placed in the very center, but as we unscrewed it, it kind of snapped off. The spring sits right in the middle over there. Grab that spring with a bowl. As you can see at the top of a bowl, you can see quite a bit of lime scale. What this lime scale does is prevents the group head from fully closing and creating a leak. Depending on the gaps, you will have either water or steam itself going through. Make sure you clean all of this lime scale. Make sure you clean this tip very gently and don't make any scratches. Then you want to check the actual inlet. This is where that little bulb gets into contact. There might be some lime scale on this end. I just used a little bit of a cotton bud to clean out the remaining lime scale. Now is the time to put everything back together. I use a little bit of a tweezers to get an easier access. Right in the center, this way up, then put the water inlet on top of it. This might be a little bit tricky job, but I'm sure you can make it. Once it's in, you'll feel that it snaps right into place. When you're putting back the screws, make sure they are evenly tightened. Don't do one first and then the other. Try to do them both at the same time and keep alternating. This will prevent any spring misalignment or being pinched by one side and not the other. This will make sure that spring is nicely seated. Now let's reattach the steaming switch. Reattach the steaming knob. Let's put back the lid. You will see inside there are two clips that the front goes in. Push back in. Let's put back two screws in the back. water tank in place, and let's give it a go. Let's turn back on. No leakage so far. Let's flush a little bit of water and let's see how it holds it. So far nothing. Let's try one more time. Can give a go with steam. Let's flush all the water. If there would be any micro gaps left, the steam could go through the group head. As you can see, everything is fine. I really hope that your leaking problem has been solved, and if you find this useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!